Hello everyone, I am Cadet Liwa, a member of Group 5, and my group mates are Cadet Liaban, Cadet Mangkao, Cadet Ofyanga, Cadet Pahaganas, and Cadet Merto. And today, we are going to report planning and execution of blind pilotage and anchorage. So, first things first, we have our intended learning outcomes. So our ILO for this report is to understand what blind pilotage and anchoring means, as well as its planning stage and execution stage. To comprehend the duties and responsibilities of the OOW, the master, and the pilot during blind pilotage and anchorage operations. And lastly, to know the symbols used, navigational records, and the team's obligations. So, let's talk about blind pilotage. Basically, this means that the navigation of the ship through restricted waters in low visibility with little or no recourse to the ship. So, means there is only small room for the ship to navigate. So, the principal non-visual aid to navigation that enables this to be done is high-definition warming surface radar, but all available non-visual aids are employed. The organization to achieve this is called the Blind Pilotage Organization, comprising a BP team or the Blind Pilotage Team, led by a BP officer or BPO or the Blind Pilotage Officer. So next, we have the assessment of risk involved in a blind pilotage passage. So although normally the accuracy of blind pilotage is such that a ship can be taken to an open anchorage and anchored within 50 yards of the desired place, the degrees of risk involved, particularly in restricted waters, must be carefully assessed. Congestion due to other shipping, the consequences of failure of radar and other vital aids once the ship has been committed to her passage, and the number of quality of fixing marks must be taken into account. So, in relation, we have here the parallel indexing. So, this type of navigation technique will serve as the key so that this blind pilotage will be avoided because it provides a real-time information so that you can keep track of the lateral position of the ship. So we have here, the key to blind pilotage is the principle of the parallel index. The running of a parallel index line provides a real-time information on the ship's lateral position relative to the planned track. So next, we have here the figure 1. So basically it is the parallel index. So a line is drawn from the edge of a radar conspicuous object parallel to the planned track. The perpendicular distance or the cross index range. The perpendicular distance or the cross index range from the object to the track is then measured. Then the range strobe on the radar is then set to this range, and a solid chinograph line drawn on the display parallel to the planned course on a scale appropriate to the range in use. Positions 1, 2, and 3 on the chart or radar display show the ship on the track at various instances up to the time the island is abeam to starboard. Positions 4 and 5 show the ship off track to port. So next, we have radar clearing ranges. So figure 2 are similarly drawn at the maximum or minimum distances from the radar conspicuous objects to keep the ship clear of dangers. So these are drawn as broken lines. So as you can see here, we have the image of radar clearing ranges. So the center line is the planned track or the planned course, and also in the side part So that's our parallel index line. And by the time the vessel will alter new course, so there is also new parallel index line for the new course. So that's it for my part. Thank you so much.